If you've been feeling stuck or ghosted, like your resume is just floating in a black hole, stay with me because I got you. Hello, it's Savvy Daphne, and today we're diving into how to tap into the hidden job market. Because if you're only applying to jobs you see posted online, you're missing out on 80% of the actual opportunities out there. I'm going to share with you a few networking strategies you might have heard of, but with my own twist. Then I'm going to give you a tip that no one talks about. Seriously, this is the person inside companies that nobody thinks to reach out to, but they could actually help you get a job. Most jobs aren't even listed publicly. Companies hire from within, ask around, or post roles only after they've already found a candidate. So how do you get into that inner circle? That's exactly what I'm going to break down for you. I'll share 6 real strategies, including how I landed a job that I didn't even apply to, a role that hadn't even been posted yet to the public. If you've been feeling stuck or ghosted, like your resume is just floating in a black hole, stay with me because I got you. I didn't know much about the hidden job market or see it until this happened to me. A couple years ago, I was in a rut, just the normal crying in between job applications and feeling rejected. And then I remembered a woman that I had met about a year ago named Gina. Gina had interviewed me for a totally different job. And in that conversation, we connected well. So I thought, why not just reach out? I reached out to her on LinkedIn and she messaged me back and said, actually, a CEO I work with is hiring right now. The role hasn't even been posted yet. Send me your resume. So I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Here's my resume. Then I ended up getting the interview and I ended up getting the job before it was even posted publicly on the company website. No application, no job listing. That was the first time I realized that the hidden job market is real. And like I said, 80% of open roles are not listed on job boards. And according to stats, referred candidates have a 28.5% chance of getting hired, but cold applicants, just 2.7%. That is a big difference. This is why networking matters, not just to feel connected, but because it gives you access to jobs no one else even knows about. So your first mindset shift is to stop only looking where everyone else is looking and start becoming the person who hears about roles before they ever drop. Strategy number 1, turn interviews into networking opportunities. Now this might surprise you, but every single interview or recruiter screening is a networking opportunity, even if it doesn't lead to the job. You're meeting someone who is inside a hiring system. If you connect well, that person might remember you for another role down the line. And I actually go more in depth about this in a past video that I will link here. Having this mindset has actually helped me land jobs twice. One was during a call when I said, hey, I don't think this role is a fit. And the recruiter paused and said, wait, we just opened a new role that might be perfect for you. And that new role hadn't even gone public yet. So she flipped the whole interview to be about that new role and I got it. So twice that helped me. The pro tip here is after any interview, in your thank you email, mention a specific connection point you spoke about. Say you enjoyed learning about them and the role and ask to connect with them on LinkedIn. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, you've just expanded your network with someone on the inside. And keep in mind, this really is just for initial screening calls. If you're in the middle or the final stages of interview, then wait until you're out of the interview process to ask for that connection. The second strategy is to use LinkedIn to tap into warm leads. And what I mean by warm leads are people that are already in your network. My deep dive strategy was I went through my entire LinkedIn connection list alphabetically and I had over 1,000 connections and I was jobless at that time. That's all I did. And it took a week, but it worked. I got interviews from it. For each person in my network, I checked what company they worked for, looked at that company's career page. And if something looked good, I messaged them with a messaging template. The video I mentioned previously actually goes over this networking process too. And a lot of the times it worked. I was able to get referrals, interviews, and even more connections just from being brave enough to ask the people that were already in my network. If you want messaging templates, I actually do have all my messaging templates and job tracking systems in Notion where I listed everyone that I wanted to keep in touch with. I'll link that resource below if you would want to check it out. The third strategy is to track companies that you're interested in and track their job boards. Let's say there's no job open right now at a company that you love. That's okay. Still keep your eye on that company. Go to their company page on LinkedIn, go to their people's tab, search for hiring managers, recruiters, talent management, and executive assistants. What? Executive assistants? That's strange to you. I will tell you why I said that in a minute, but find those people and send them a friendly, open-ended message and ask to connect with them. You can say something simple like, hi, their name. I've been following the company for years and admire something about what the company does. Your profile came up and I love that you," and then say something you like about their profile or about them. Ask an open-ended question to start a friendly conversation. "Would love to connect." And then save their job board site, check it weekly, put a reminder on your calendar, because when they do post a job and you already have a connection there, you'll be one of the first to reach out. Now I know what you're thinking, but Daphne, wouldn't that be a public job? That's not technically the hidden job market. But the thing is if you're one of the first people to apply and you do get an interview for that role, it still opens up yourself to an opportunity to make a connection, because who knows, they might be hiring for multiple roles, but only one of those roles is posted. But there's only one way to find out, and that's to meet them, to talk to them, to get that interview. If you need a tool to track this, I do have a resource linked below. It's my Notion tracker. You can track all your network and the job boards that you want to follow. It'll make it 10 times easier to keep track of everything. Strategy 4 is to message recruiters even if you don't know them. Don't sleep on messaging recruiters directly, even if you've never talked to them before. Just send a connection request with a short note like, "Hi," their name, "I came across your profile while exploring opportunities at their company and wanted to connect. I really admire the work your team is doing and would love to stay in touch in case anything opens up down the line." But of course, you can tweak them however you like. It's good to do research outside of just companies and look for HR, talent management agencies that could actually connect you to people who are hiring for roles. Strategy 5, my favorite one, because no one talks about it. I only learned about it because I was it. I used to be an executive assistant for a small startup, and guess who was the person that was in charge of finding candidates? Me. Not a recruiter, not HR. It was me, the executive assistant. I went on to LinkedIn, searching for people, reaching out to people. I reviewed resumes. I even did all the screening calls. So here's the thing. Startups and small companies, they don't always have the budget for job boards or recruiting platforms. So they don't post jobs right away or at all. They hire through referrals, or someone on the team starts doing outreach themselves. So if you are open to working for a startup or a smaller company, this is a golden tactic. Search for startups in your area or remote ones, but startups in your area are going to give you an advantage of being seen, give you less competition. Look up the CEO, look up who their executive assistant is, and message them. They're often the real gatekeepers, and they might love that you took initiative. I know I did, because that's what they're looking for. And it makes less work for them if you do have all the qualifications that they're looking for. How to research in depth these companies and find the exact person that you want to message. I'll probably do a future video on how I do in-depth people searching, like how to find the exact person to message when it's not obvious. But for now, just know that executive assistants at small companies can be your secret weapon. Those are the strategies. Here is your action plan to finding the hidden job market. 1, start seeing interviews as networking and asking to add them to your network, or even asking on the call, "Hey, if this role doesn't seem like a fit, are there any other roles that you might be hiring for that I could be a good fit for?" 2, also message people already in your network with intention. Again, I go over that in a previous video. Track company job boards weekly. Remember, check the company's job boards. If you see a new job posting, apply right away and then message your connection. Use your LinkedIn strategically. So go into the companies, look at the people that work for them, look at who you might be able to reach out to. And lastly, don't be afraid to follow up. If you message someone and they don't message you back right away, you can send one more follow up, and you don't have to feel like you're being a burden. Just know that a lot of the times people don't respond, and that's okay. What matters is the people that do respond. It's a numbers game. If this was helpful, subscribe for more, give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. I want to hear from you. So comment below with any questions, or if you've had any hidden job market wins of your own, I'd love to hear them. Again, you can grab my full Notion tracker and messaging templates in the description. It's the exact system I use to prepare for my interviews and to get jobs, essentially. Until next time, keep going. You're doing better than you think. Have a great day.